practice of bodhisattvas. Habitual disturbing emotions are hard to stop through counteractions. Armed with antidotes, the guards of mindfulness and mental alertness destroy disturbing emotions like attachment at once, as soon as they arise. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. In brief, whatever you are doing, ask yourself, what's the state of my mind? With constant mindfulness and mental alertness, accomplish others' good. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. To remove the suffering of limitless beings, understanding the purity of the three spheres, dedicate the virtue for making such effort to enlightenment. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. For all who want to train on the bodhisattva path, I have written the 37 practices of bodhisattvas, following what has been said by the excellent ones on the meaning, sutras, tantras, and treatises. Though not poetically pleasing to scholars, owing to my poor intelligence and lack of learning, I relied on the sutras and the words of the excellent, so I think these bodhisattva practices are without error. However, as the great deeds of bodhisattvas are hard to fathom for one of my poor intelligence, I beg the excellent to forgive all faults, such as contradictions and non sequiturs. Through the virtue from this, may all living beings gain the ultimate, conventional, altruistic intention, and thereby become like the protector Chenrezig, who dwells in neither extreme, not in the world nor in peace. Morning, Khenpo.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Actually, today we topic is what is this? Someone question last Sunday. Last Sunday, huh? Yeah. I'm just explaining about it, not today. Today, talking about anger. The question comes last Sunday, but the questioner isn't here today. He's go away, I think so, maybe gone this week, and will come back next week. So therefore, I will try to teach next week, next Sunday, about anger or angry. Right? According to Buddhism, many scholars, including scientists and how to say, psychological teachers and students, many description about anger. The ways come from anger, what is the cause, right? But many of them, unfortunately, there's not really clear antidote of the anger as clear in the Buddhism, right? I think so. Many of you know. So therefore, I would like to record in the 37 practice, the page number 27. Many of you already, I think so, maybe memorize, but just in case, so next week, if whoever wanted to listen about anger, first you have to know these verses. Very important, right? And if someone already memorized, that's wonderful. No need to say anything about that. If someone not really familiar these verses, unless we Sunday faster reading. That's all. So if you memorize this week and the next week, where I will try to explain the anger or angry, and then you will clearly understand, and then you can take the antidote of easily anger. Right? So therefore, this verse is very, very easy. Only one verse is right, 37.
27.
Probably if you this morning after Dharma work, you read 2 times, and after the 3:30 you read 2 times, and before dinner once,
Mhm.
and before bed once.
Mhm.
Probably tomorrow you when you wake up, before you get up, try to remember. Probably you remember clearly because you are an intelligent person or people. Yeah, that's for sure. So they're easy. And then tomorrow, within the 2, 3, 4, 5 days, try to remember once and twice. And then already memorize. And then entire life with you.
Mm.
Right? Sometimes wallet not with us, but these verses, if you once memorize, 24 hours with you. Then nobody knows when comes anger.
Mm.
When comes anger, you remember this one. Anger is immediately gone.
Mm.
This is such a good news, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, really. So therefore, most important thing is memorize. Right, Paula?
I agree.
That's good. There are so many of they agreed. So, so only 30, the page number, not page number, sorry,
Verse.
the verse
Yeah,
number
verse 27.
27.
Yeah.
Easy, okay? So now women is whatever you have questions, I will try to give answer. Probably George has lots of questions, I believe. Uh, he has always what is called the academic um, uh, what is called jargon, academic jargon questions. So whoever doesn't really matter. The daily life, any types of topic, any situation of the with you more challenge, and which one you need to more deal with the daily life and more challenging at the same time, or which one you need to more clarify. So any questions?
Mm.
Now already 30 minutes gone.
Look at our shy group. Right.
George mentioned this morning, I asked him, what are you doing? And he said, just helping others,
Just
helping others.
helping others.
I say that's phenomena.
Yeah.
The word that is what Buddha Sarvas do, Buddha Sarvas does, right?
Yes.
So that's really how to say admirable. So keep going on that things. So main purpose is only that thing. So why we helping for others? According to Mahayana, only for reason is cause of the Buddhahood. For therefore, first we need to become Buddha. After become Buddha, and then you can help for others spontaneously. And in Shantideva says, effortlessly. So right now, whatever we do, whatever we think, right? Even we having lunch or dinner, we need to make effort.
Mm.
Easy things. If you once you become the Buddha, all the mother sentient beings, for all mother sentient beings, whatever you want to do, you no need to think about that even. You no need to make any effort. How comes? Effortlessly. Like for example, rivers, right?
River.
Everybody knows rivers.
Yeah.
Rivers, nobody push back down there, spontaneously go,
Mm.
right? Somebody bring over down there, or
Mhm.
somebody pushing back the river. Did you see, or did you hear? No, keep going 24 hours, right? Non-stop. Shantideva says, you make effort like that continuously. So therefore, what I'm saying here is rejoice, because one of the Tibet master, they um, written by Devaja Molam, Raga Akse,
Mhm.
he see, if you see someone doing virtue things, helping others, doing for others, if you do the rejoice, the consequences come to you similar for them.
Mm.
Exactly. Right? So nowadays, people do, instead of rejoice, they do the jealousy.
Mhm.
So it is a big problem. If you cannot make any effort to help others, why we need to do jealous?
Mm.
Jealous makes your all the merit red off,
Mm.
eradicate by jealous. Whatever you have done, any merit, right? If you see somebody really offering and prostration, recitation, how to say, recitation of the mantra, and helping other, generosity, or whatever, giving food for poor people, for helping for sickness people, whatever, you do the rejoice, right? You think, well, that person is wonderful. Well, one day I can have like such a this person. That is called the rejoice. So one people, one person or two people doing things like um always for helping others, and give the poor people $100 or $200, you may just rejoice. If you cannot be able to any generous, you can do the rejoice.
Mhm.
Rejoice is depending on your mindset. The question is, if you want to be happy, your life or your day, that day, or you want to be unhappy. Only 1 second makes happy day, 1 second makes sad day.
Mm.
When you see $100, you rejoice, you all the day happy. Yeah, really. If you see $100 give the people, you really don't feel jealousy. All the day you are happy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So therefore, everything Buddha said is dependent on the mindset. So therefore, in the rejoice is free. You no need to buy rejoice from anywhere.
Mhm.
If you want to buy rejoice, never you cannot be able to buy. The 100 millions and millions cannot buy rejoice, but you can do only 1 second rejoice, right? So therefore now many of scholars, Buddha mentioned already 2,600 years already, the happiness is not available supermarket.
Mhm.
if you are a millionaire. That's for clearly 2,600 years ago already. So the question is, where is available happiness within you? Just change mindset 1 second. There is available happiness. That's true or not?
Yeah.
Huh? Everybody agree or not? Huh? Yes, right. And then do happy. Be happy.
But also, though, the great skillfulness, I think for many of us, I mean, I'm just thinking of myself, it took like sort of like 20 years of practicing like a Western kind of Dharma until you discover even the texts, the teachings in that. And, for instance, what you're talking about, rejoicing in the virtues of others, but with you suddenly learn that it's bigger than just what we experience every day, you can rejoice in the virtues of the bodhisattvas. You can think of all the stories of all the wonderful things, and you're accumulating. Garinpoche, I think, said it's the easiest way to enlightenment is just rejoicing
That's true.
in others. It's like so easy, like you say, free. But what strikes me is that discovering the text and reading the text, it gives you such confidence. Because when we talk about there's so much subtle teachings in just the outline of the text. What I mean is, if you take the 4 immeasurables, love, the first one, but it's true, wanting others to be happy, that's a wonderful thing. But even more profound or higher, next one's compassion. Why? Because compassion is wanting to take beings out of suffering. So that's more than love, not just happy, but all suffering removed. The next one is rejoicing. And why? Because even in compassion, in worldly compassion, there's this subtle negative, because you can be very strong, like you said, like jealousy. People see some virtue or something, and they feel the opposite. Or even in compassion, it's kind of like this fascination we have if there's an accident on the highway. Everyone's driving by and we don't like it, but at the same time, there's something there that we do like. And that's very subtle and it's very negative, but we don't see it, And it's like the joy, and most of the news is like that. It's always talking about terrible things. And yes, there are times when you feel really sad out, but at the other time, there's so much time when you look at your mind that you're actually kind of intrigued and interested and even kind of feeling happy when someone you don't like had a bad thing happen. So even compassion is a little bit tainted. So that's higher, rejoicing. But then even higher than rejoicing, equanimity. And they said at the highest states of equanimity, you're actually in a state which is without desire, without even form. But even that's not enlightened. So the Buddha goes beyond that. And all I'm saying is that in my own limited way, discovering these texts and really trying to understand them, first of all, it brings such humility, because you just go, oh my goodness. It's like when I hear you talk, or I don't know, like Garinpoche's book, on Vajrakalaya. I mean, you just realize how much that you don't know. And that's really good, because then your heart is open to learning. If you're a real student, you're not telling the teacher what to do. You have an openness. I mean, it's critical, but it's open. And so I think this is so important, this rejoicing, but there's so much teaching, just even in the way that it's ordered, the gradual path, this. So we're just extremely fortunate, because I see so much of, folks who are even Buddhist, but somehow have made that connection to lineage, basically, and the purity of the teachings. It's so important. It's so valuable, and you benefit unconsciously without even knowing. You come across extremely helpful. I mean, I just think to myself, this has been working for 2,600 years. In America, we get attached to something, and then one election later, it's done, and everyone's sad or happy or whatever. But 2,600 years, do you know how many things have happened? How many good things, bad things, kings have fallen, empires destroyed, and yet what's stayed the same? It's just, it's really very inspiring, and therefore you can have confidence in it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
of course.
sorry, too many words.
Oh, no problem. That's a good thing for explaining. That's true. Nowadays, many of people believe the scientists. This is scientist fact means I can't believe. So far, many of the scientists try to modify for Buddhism or try to we all are, I believe, Mahayana practitioner. If somebody say you are not Mahayana, the people get anger. What are you talking about? I am real Mahayana practitioner, right? Everybody say. Also, I'm Dzogchen practitioner. I'm Mahamudra practitioner. More than high level, they say like this. Of course, you are right. But Dzogchen or Mahamudra, whatever, if you don't have bodhicitta vow, Dzogchen and Mahamudra doesn't working, right? So therefore, rejoice to do whatever people do the virtue things. Buddha exactly used the word virtue things. When you see, when you hear others doing virtue, you do the rejoice, the result or consequence come to all of any consequence come to you, same as other people's doing things. You no need to do anything. If somebody $1,000 offering generosity, if you do the feel rejoice, that honor 100,000 consequences come to you also. Exactly same. So this is really phenomena, isn't it? You no need to any single dollar to generous. Only you just feel change. Okay, yeah, okay. Whatever, no problem. I think good enough.
So there's a lot of pain going on. And more than the pain, I think it's
There's no question.
fear.
The fear, where it's come from fear, wrong concept and a wrong misunderstand. Okay, go ahead. Your question over here.
In helping people deal with fear from their anger, since I feel that my own wisdom hangs
What?
that whatever I think or believe, usually all I need is a good stiff wind and I'm going off a cliff. It will be gone. And so I find myself sometimes feeling like a hypocrite. Espousing things. I feel as if I'm espousing things or talking about things that I've come to newly believe, but there's an old George. The old George is from the old,
Right.
the old George says, "You mess with me, I'm gonna kill you." So so understanding, having worked through my own anger and my own fear, it's sort of like what I tell my students. I want you to know now what took me 69 years to learn. And there's no easy way to tell people that they shouldn't have fear, they shouldn't feel anger,
Right.
that they shouldn't do these things. So that it's my own personal problem. And then I feel as if also I need strong medicine to keep myself centered. I mean, of course, I meditate a lot and I read and I keep my mind in the dharma and in the Buddhist message. But there's the other part of me that has been so long a part of this other world that I feel as if I'm being pulled
Yeah.
all the time. And so I was wondering, is there a puja I should be doing? Should I go jump into the, Genesee River and paint like a house? I feel like I need some strong medicine to just keep centered. And it's a real question.
Oh.
Thank you.
That question is very deep and with experience, real. But now, good thing is my understanding. Sometimes you realize when you comes fear with your experience. That is big signs of the to rid of your fear. So fear is not necessary have to have any object. This is your thoughts with the illusion. Your mind making many here, honor of the fear and the honor of the expectation, it's you feel truly existence. You understand? If you do the meditate on object of the ego grasping, if I can be able to do that, I will be really, really wonderful. Like too much expectations. If you do like this, and then slowly, slowly, fear is calm. Because the fear means your expectation, your feel is your expectation object of lose. And then you can't fear. Right?
Mm.
And then more expectation, more fears come. Any object. So now best way is where you feel calm and you have to realize immediately this is fear, this is delusion. This is just like dream. And try to do. I am right now, you think, well, I am in the fantasy now. Okay. I am right now with the obsessions. Right?
Mhm.
So you almost realize delusion. Then fear is easily gone. And then you feel be happy. The ones you do toys, trees, day-to-day life, you do that meditation or practice. Fear is no problem. 1 second, I'm telling you, 1 second, within 1 second, 2,600 fear already come. You don't know that.
Mm.
Within 1 second, right? Immediately, if you fear come, you try to change the mind. You think immediately, this is delusion. Think different ways. And pray the Buddha. Try to imagine the Buddha's face and Avalokiteshvara. If you want to see the Avalokiteshvara, your mind is comes compassion. If you feel compassion, there's no fear. Compassion, fear are totally opposite. If you don't feel compassion, there's no fear.
Mm.
Fear is benefit, fear behind benefit themselves, oneself. Compassion is for others. The opposite thought, opposite feeling.
Mhm.
As you know, each person has each mind, right? The fear and the compassion never comes together.
Mhm.
You believe or not? That's right. You already knew, and then what do you
Right.
need to do now? Practice. That's all.
But George, I think you're helping already. I mean, I think of it sometimes like we're all on the Titanic, hey, this is great. Look, there's Mr. Astor over there and everything's wonderful. This is great. And then it goes down and suddenly people's actual attachments, men are dressing in women's clothes and pushing people out of the way to get into a lifeboat. So that's samsara. When you're meditating, like you say, we're in a peaceful state or whatever, and even an aware state, someone says your name, immediate distraction, It's like you get up in the morning, sunny day, everything's wonderful, and you're just walking down, and everyone's happy with you. This is great. One person says, are you gaining a little weight? What do you think about the rest of the day, So what I'm saying is that in our meditation, we see how distracted we are all the time. But yet for the first time, we understand that's wisdom, seeing how screwed up we are, really. The ordinary person's not. They think they're fine until it happens. So by you actually relying on Dharma, practicing in this way, Thich Nhat Hanh said, when the communists invaded, took over in the Vietnam War, many refugees in like boats in the South China Seas and that there were pirates that were preying on these boats. And he had story from someone who was there saying that if there was one person on the boat who actually had a calm, compassionate mind, it affected the pirates. They weren't as violent in killing people. So we have this ability to help people, but it's not necessarily, telling them. No one wants to be told what to do, and they don't hear anyway. It's like they say, you meet a saint. If a pickpocket meets a saint, all he sees are pockets. It's like that. But I think what you're doing is wonderful, because when we see our own distraction and our own limitations, and yet we have confidence in the Dharma that the Buddha had no distraction, and we have a moment of non-distraction. You start having, I think, again, as you do practice and you do come to certain kind of understandings or whatever. I mean, I think of some like really bad kind of habit or thought of myself. And I think I meet Gaur Rinpoche. He didn't say anything. He knew all of that stuff. So there's the ability to, when you can, at least you can embrace someone. And the thing is, if that calm mind is there, they're feeling that, whether they recognize it or not. And sometimes it's all you can do. I mean, you can't stop people from jumping off cliffs. It's sad, but you're at one with their suffering because you see your own suffering. I don't know. I find myself being thrown more and more into the Dharma. You rely on the Dharma because at least there's a path, and at least there's a light in the darkness. People don't see it. That's really, really suffering. But that increases your own compassion when you see just how completely. And I go back to the Buddha, the first noble truth. It's suffering. We all think there's some sort of refuge over here. If I could just get the right guy elected, if I can get the right job, if I can find the right partner, if my kid does something I want them to do, whatever it is, we're seeking for false refuges. And none of those things are bad if we don't think they're ultimate. That's it. You do all the things that we're supposed to be doing, want to be doing. I don't know. I feel with you too, because you see people suffering and making their own suffering. And with the Dharma, you feel like you found the answer, or at least where the answer lies, and you want to kind of shake them and say, give that one up. It's okay.
Okay. So one thing, thank you, Bala. And now I told one antidote for meditate on egolessness of person. This is called the direct antidote of the fear. Okay, direct. So daily life easy practice or meditation is loving kindness and compassion. Because why you do feel fear and expectations? If you feel do the definitely fear, there's absolutely always goes together expectations. That's for sure. One of them never come 1%. Okay. So that is lack of compassion and loving kindness equally in the object. Okay. It doesn't mean loving kindness and compassion, your friend, your family member, your class, the students, and your neighborhoods, and your countries only. That compassion is not according to Mahayana compassion. As you do feel, that much you comes fear. So as we always hear says, equanimity. Equanimity compassion is real compassion, ultimate compassion, and Mahayana compassion. We need this one. So if you feel compassion, daily life practice, I can guarantee you are not much really feel calm. Your mind equanimity compassion. So there is only become the one object. One object is cannot be the mind only one object. There's no object, two different thoughts. If you any, for example, you feel compassion your child, that moment from your child never object feel. You just try,
Mhm.
right? You are very, very smart person. So you will understand easily. So therefore, Buddha says equanimity and impartiality mind. Therefore, Shantideva give the example, the noble Bodhisattvas, that means transcendent already, okay?
Mm.
I'm talking about transcendent noble sanghas, noble Bodhisattvas. Or Buddha, it doesn't matter. Like Avalokiteshvara or Manjushri and Buddha, I give you example. Somebody, the left hand put good smell, what is called perfume,
Perfume.
and sand. And someone bring the axe, cutting the arm. Buddha and Bodhisattva, same mind.
Mm.
They literally give example in the Shantideva texts.
Mhm.
That means one thing the Bodhisattva or Buddha realized truth of nature and the phenomena. Second thing, all the mother sentient beings, his mom,
Mm.
exactly same. Right? We think we are too much dualistic mind.
Mhm.
Dualistic mind.
Dualistic mind.
Very strong grasping.
Mhm.
Therefore, many of the people, they don't care previous life mother.
Mhm.
Even the many people, they don't accept,
Mhm.
right? For example, Buddhism, your this life mom, mother, and previous, how to say, uncountable numbers lifetimes mother are exactly same kind,
Mhm. Same kindness.
same kindness,
Yeah.
same grateful.
Mhm. Yeah. Right.
So therefore, that's true. So that moment, you have to be more smart. You need to, yeah, really, you need to no, listen, you need to know which object or students need
Right.
what you need to teach,
Right. Right.
right? Huh? If somebody really, if okay, just leave it. That's not on the time. You no need to worry about that,
Right.
right? So that what is that problem is we are not really Buddha. That's why we don't know. The Buddha material said, that's very I remember clearly right now. The ordinary people, ordinary teachers such like me, if I teach, majority topic is fake.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 75% is not truth
Yeah.
and the fake teaching.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean the teaching is fake
Right.
because I don't know you guys'
Right.
mental states.
Right.
You understand me real meaning?
Right.
The teaching is a teaching perfect.
Yeah.
But I don't know which teaching you need.
Right.
And perform, if I try to teach perform, you have no idea, then nothing use for you.
Yeah.
And the Bodhisattva is teaching 95% are truth because Bodhisattva knows onions mental states
Mhm.
level. And the Buddha's teachings completely right because Buddha knows all the sentient beings, which your mind state, which one you want to listen, which one you more understanding. Buddha teach exactly whatever you want. For example, 2 years kid, you try to teach ABCD.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know even what you're talking about.
Right. Right.
Of course not A, B, which A, B. And not really kids. Even your cow or horse try to teach ABCD. They don't know it.
Teach your cow the alphabet.
Yeah, alphabet.
You have to know the capacity.
They're similar to ordinary people teaching, same. So therefore, now whatever you just try to explain, you have to know this is suitable
Right.
and perfect timing or not. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Okay, sorry.
No,
9
that's
minutes
good,
already
Khenpo.
over.
Thank you. Thank you. It shows that, more and more we learn the skillfulness. I mean, what it means. I mean, this is what's so helpful to be up against the Dharma, up against teachers. You start seeing, because I think of my own stupid experience. It's like, why didn't Garden Rinpoche say immediate upon meeting me? Stop doing that. Because my ego would be involved. Oh, no. Instead it's skillful. It's like you teaching your viola kids, you teach them gradually what they can do, build on it. You can see the future for them. They can't necessarily the person. They have aspiration. There's really no difference. It's just, what I notice is when you talk to people, it's really funny because we all get triggered by certain things. So you can talk to someone, you think you're communicating, and yet they're hearing like your attitude, your inner attitude, they're reacting to that. They're not listening to anything. They're not contemplating, none of that. It strikes me, I understand why the Buddha hesitated to teach. Really did. It's just going to make it worse. I mean, to me, that's the greatest, the confidence that I have in Buddhism is that the Buddha initially hesitated to teach. He wasn't out there putting up a sign, hey, give me money. Look, I'm great. I'm going to found a great religion. None of that. Instead, he was looking at compassion of those beings, say, maybe I can't help them. That's true humility. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, oh, no problem. Okay, thank you. 5 minutes break
Okay.
and come back practice. Okay.
Okay, break time.
Three times, both of English and Tibet.
Okay.
First to Tibet.
Okay.
Samjan julu jebe le jongze, mezo donga lenge nyambana, yinyi te son me bar zolwade, urgen menge lada yeme me, teze mayin marje nyambarse, urgen be marjune la solwade, Samba lunje drumba jinjilo. And sickness strikes to destroy the fragile bodies of sentient beings, and diseases plunge us into unbearable suffering and agony. Without the slightest doubt or hesitation, we pray. Guru Rinpoche, indivisible from the Buddha of medicine, remove all obstacles that cause untimely death. Organ Pema Jugne, to you I pray. Grant your blessing so that all of our wishes may be spontaneously fulfilled. Samje julu jebe le jongze, mezo donga lenge nyambana, yinyi de zon me bar zolwade, urgen menge lada yeme me, teze maye barje nyambarse, urgen be marjune la solwade, Samba lunje drumba jinjilo.
When sickness strikes to destroy the fragile bodies of sentient beings, and diseases plunge us into unbearable suffering and agony, without the slightest doubt or hesitation, we pray. Guru Rinpoche, indivisible from the Buddha of medicine, remove all obstacles that cause untimely death. Organ Pema Jugne, to you I pray. Grant your blessing so that all of our wishes may be spontaneously fulfilled.
Samjan julu jebe le jongze, mezo donga lenge nyambana, yinyi de zon me bar zolwade, urgen menge lada yeme me, teze maye barje nyambarse, urgen be marjune la solwade, samba lunji drumba jinjilo.
When sickness strikes to destroy the fragile bodies of sentient beings, and diseases plunge us into unbearable suffering and agony, without the slightest doubt or hesitation, we pray. Guru Rinpoche, indivisible from the Buddha of medicine, remove all obstacles that cause untimely death. Organ Pema Jungne, to you I pray. Grant your blessing so that all of our wishes may be spontaneously fulfilled.
Okay, mantra.
Om. Nuraza Sarva Siddhi Malahum.
Om Ahum Benzer Guru Bema Rodring Mega Zaye Nuraza Sarva Siddhi Malahum. Om Benzer Guru Bema Rodring Mega Zaye Nuraza Sarva Siddhi Malahum. Om Benzer Guru Bema Rodring Mega Zaye Nuraza Sarva Siddhi Malahum. Om Benzer Guru Bema Rodring Mega Zaye Nuraza Sarva Siddhi Malahum. Om Benzer Guru Bema Rodring Mega Zaye Nuraza Sarva Siddhi
Molam.
Om Bedan Guru Bema Rodrenza Begazaye Raza Sarva Sede Bala Om Bedan Guru Bema Rodrenza Begazaye Raja Sarva Asede Bala Om Bedan Guru Bema Rodrenza Ambegazaye Raja Sarva Sede Bala Om Bedan Guru Bema
Rodrenza Begazaye
Raja
Raza
Sarva
Sarva
Sede
Sede
Bala Om Bedan Guru Bema Rodrenza Begazaye Raja Sarva Sede Bala Om Bedan Guru Bema Rodrenza Begazaye Raja Sarva Sede Bala Om Bedan Guru Bema Rodrenza Begazaye
Raza
Sarva
Sarva
Asede Bala Gevandeye Nyurduda Urajem Melandu Joje Drova Jejam Aluba Teye Sala Gomar Show. Okay, 34, page number 34.
34 in the main prayer book, 3 times in Tibetan, 3 times in English.
Okay, reason last Sunday they net father in the hospital, right? Sam and Net. Their father is, I think, so yesterday passed away. Say like this, I don't know. Just pray for Sam and died yesterday.
Also, I think Joellen and Fred have a good friend who died this week. What's his name? Jeremy? Jeremy.
Okay.
And of course, Shay continuing.
Yeah.
And anyone else, you can put your mind in there too, of course. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Emahu no shor sanje nawanaye dang yesu jowo luje chenpo dang yonde samba de shenpo dang la sanje jansen padme korjin kor Neji no bada meba Yim dewa jenje jawe shinkam Zene debu chorma Tajewa jenje parma juba Tere jene nande shantom
Shondege dage molam daba. Sanje chansen tamche. Je kingmen roba chenje labdu. Nayada benzan roya awan boda na yeso.
Nimahu no shar sanje na wanda yedan
Yesu jowo dunje jemboda. Yondu zumba dunje tonam la sanje chansan pa min goroje. Deje ngonsar pada me ba ye deva chenje java shenka. Sende de ne sebo churmata jeva shenje parma choba.
Devu kine nang de jatun shu
Negi
Degi
dage
daji
mola
mola
daba.
dabadi Yogi sanje jansen tam
Tamcheke
cheke
kemen
Kekmen rubara
robara
shinje
shinje
Drowa Chigyang Maluma Ne Sala Gomarshu.
Hmm. Done.
Done. Thank you guys for being here. We have our friends from Maryland, right? Is it Maryland or Virginia? Virginia, sorry. Gretchen and I lived in Hyattsville, Maryland, and then Washington, D.C., but I forget. But they're students, and mom and daughter, students of Khenpo's, and they came up. And so this is very nice. Annie, you've been here before. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Always makes me happy, our extended Sangha, you know. It shows how vast the Dharma is, even our little humble Rochester town. Attracts people from around. That's wonderful. Okay. Thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you very much, everybody. And see you next week.
Yeah.
Also, Thanksgiving coming soon. Christmas coming soon. Mm, New Year coming soon. So many events coming soon. So people are excited, right? And in the market, the shopping mall, you look, their decoration already in the and on the snow and the Christmas trees are so beautiful, you know. Yes. Oh, what, Amala? Yeah, recently I just went outside. I saw some shopping mall. They already decorated. Yeah. Thank you.
Mike Gretsch. Announcements.